How's it going, everyone, and welcome to another Counterside video. We are back with patch notes for September 8th. Had an idea of something we were getting this week because of Twitter, and I will admit I looked ahead on this because I was working on a video thing and didn't see the time flip over. So, sorry about that. I already know what we're getting here, and I'm a little disappointed, but I'll get to that towards the end. So let's dive into the patch notes. September 8th, patch is the same time as always. Big surprise. We'll look at the shop stuff at the end. Awakened employee ultra aggressive Xiaoyun, or Awaken Xiaoyun, is here. And I think pretty much everybody guessed this. I know I predicted this, and I know, I think all of the internet kind of predicted this, but this was a safe prediction, right? So, Awaken Xiaoyun is coming 24 hours from now. She will be here. And I know a lot of people are excited for her. Whether it be because she's top waifu for you, which is understandable. My third favorite in Alt Squad. But whether she's top waifu for you, completely understandable. I wish you the best of luck. May you get your waifu. Or because you're summoning for her because she's a PvE meta unit for a time. The way it sounds in KR and C, she's not as prevalent as she once was, which, considering we're moving at an expedited rate, as we know officially because of the dev notes, that window of her prevalency is going to be shorter for us. So keep that in mind when you summon for her if you're summoning for meta units, but all the same, she's a great unit. Even, even in KRNC, she's still a great unit. There are just other units that kind of fit those situations where she would be used a little bit more, I guess, appropriately. I don't know. She's a great unit. So, I mean, don't let that stop you. Honestly, don't let that stop you. If you want her summon for her. I'm summoning for her. I plan to have a summon video up for her. So, yeah, hopefully I'm lucky. But yeah, Awakened Xiaoyun, ultra aggressive Xiaoyun, will be here. Very, very exciting. There's her skills. The quartz packages, of course. There's her model. Contract missions. I always do love these. These are pretty great. So good stuff there. Employee. English just failed. Employee recruitment probability up. So this is our filler banner week. So Rosaria Lefried is up. Rosaria is a great unit. Still very good. Still very useful. I did predict she was coming, though I can't remember if I predicted her this month that just passed. Like she was going to be one of the fillers in August. If I predicted her as a filler for September or October. But it was somewhere in that 3-month-ish range that I think I predicted her. So I feel kind of safe saying I called this. So yeah, Rosaria Lefried, recruitment up. Again, this is a filler banner that not a bad one to throw some tickets at if you got some spare ones. Because she's useful. She's still useful. But then again, at the same time, if you are summoning for Xiaoyun, maybe you don't need her. That's up to you. I'm very happy I have her. I still use her a lot. So, and then here. So like I said, I looked ahead. This really threw me off. All right, Yinxing was a new unit 3 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago, and she's already on a filler banner. Already back up on a banner. Like, even if you just back up on a banner, period. What? I'm a bit surprised by this. I'm not gonna lie. Like, this really throws me off. I find it funny more than anything. But yeah, so Yinxing is back. So if you didn't get her and you were summoning for her, you have another chance. I wish you luck. They're really trying to stack the waifus on banners this this patch, huh? So, but yeah, Yinxing Lanchester. I predicted her for a new banner this month, but then she came on the last banner in August. But she's on a filler banner here. So can I say I predicted this right? I'm stretching it, isn't it? But Yinxing, yay. Season 3 of Danger close. So Nervier with a looks like a debuff to mech units. So you don't want to use any mech units. And then a boost to ground units. So you want to try and use ground-based units that aren't mechs. So, okay. That's pretty reasonable. And then Moderator Type B. With a... Sorry, I had to yawn there. I'm not editing that out. Where there's no... where there's a debuff to air units. So you don't want to use air units if you can help it. And then a buff to Fenrir Division. And if I'm not mistaken, Fenrir Division is the our main trio, Shiyun, Hilde, and Mina. So that includes Awakened Mina and Awakened Hilde. I'm pretty positive. It's like that. It's either talking about them or it's talking about like the past Fenrir Division. I don't know which. I guess we'll find out tomorrow when this goes live. So I don't know which of these I have a better shot against. I did really good against Nervier, but then that was in part because of the units that were buffed this last season, so I may not be able to replicate that. But maybe I can, and I have some more gear now, so maybe. So yeah, that's Danger Close. Second part of our Fateful Summer event. Oh, hold on. Both the second and third part will be opened. Okay, so both part 2 and 3 will be open after this maintenance. So the rest of the event will be open, and it's going for 2 weeks. It's not just a single week. It's going for 2 weeks. So you still have 2 weeks to farm. So you have the same amount of time to farm these, even if they opened them in a 3-week period. Which I guess I don't know why they didn't. Sorry, yawned again. It's been a long day. I apologize. I don't know why they didn't just release everything the way they did in the other versions then. If they're still giving us the same amount of time. I mean, I guess I'm not complaining that they're giving it to us early. It's just a little strange. Like, okay. If it's going to last the same amount of time. But, I mean, you get 2 weeks on... You get 4 weeks on this last one. So, farm out this part 2. Get all the stuff from part 2. And then worry about part 3. Because each part has different drops for different shops, as I recall from the last week's notice. So, I'm so sorry I'm yawning. So, most people should have cleared out part 1 by now. A week's pretty much enough time. But you have another 2 weeks from now to finish part 1 and part 2. And then 3 weeks to finish part 3 as well. And then fix an issue where the matchmaking in the Gauntlet Arena, where the range is narrower than it should be. Cool. That might mean something to people who play PvP more. I don't play it a whole lot, though I have been playing it a decent bit more this last week. But yeah, that's the patch notes. Now, before I get into my complaint, before I get into my quip, we're going to real quick go look at the shop update. It's really quick. Not a lot to it. Awaken Unit. Some packages. They're with every Awaken Unit. I think everybody knows this is here. It's part of the reason it's quick. Polymer Gear Selection Coupon 1 and 2. This is a gear set selection of T6 Polymer Gear. 3 tickets here, 1 ticket here. 990 coins, 3,960 coins. They're alright. People are starting to figure out how to do the inhibitor raid. So it's clearing them is easier now. And if you don't know, the main trick is Chloe. Chloe is a really big counter, I guess, to the raid. The operator Chloe. So there's that. And then there are some other tricks if you don't have her, but they aren't 100% guaranteed to work each time, I guess I'll say. Basic training growth package, 500 coins, can purchase it 3 times. 500 quartz, 100 of those. Regular skill books, basic training data. It's same thing with advanced training data, essentially. Salary negotiation growth package, 660 quartz, 100 special appraisals, some credits. Really flew over those, but I feel like these are repeat packages for the most part, so everybody kind of knows the value of them more or less. So there is that. So my quip here with this week's patch notes is I really expected we would get our new roadmap this week with the patch notes. They said we would get our roadmap with the Steam launch back at the beginning of August. The beginning of August, they announced Steam launch this month, though that we knew that because of the roadmap. And with the new Steam launch, you will get a roadmap. Steam launch launched basically on the last day of August, so they cut that close. But it was close enough that they basically got it. But we didn't get our roadmap, and then a week before that, we got dev notes, sure, but that's not a roadmap. And I was expecting us to get it this week, and we didn't. And I feel like because of the dev notes a week before the Steam release last week, and then this week, and no roadmap, I have a hard time believing we're going to get it at this point, and I'm a little disheartened by that. I was really hoping we would get it this week. Who knows? Maybe we'll get it next week, because next week is what you would consider our content week, more or less. But it's just like the lack of clarity is still kind of there. There was a little bit of an issue with our original roadmap that you may know about if you were on Reddit or the internet. A decent amount around Counterside, where they weren't super clear on units, and to be fair, they released an Awakened unit that they didn't put on the roadmap, and then they released a regular unit they didn't put on the roadmap, and then a unit that was on the roadmap didn't release until the first week in September, when it was supposed to release in August. So those are kind of nitpicky, I realize it, but at the same time, what's the point of the roadmap if you're not going to be straightforward about stuff? Why tell us you're going to release stuff and then not do what you tell us you're going to do? I can see why it frustrated some people. I didn't care as much, but I don't like the image it paints, because I guess it's a repertoire of trust that I feel like they're kind of losing, because they tell us something and then don't do it. And then maybe I'm just being really skeptical, because I've seen mobile game companies do some really shady and just not cool things in the past. Like if you've watched my mobile gacha gaming library video, you've seen I've played so many times game companies, say they're going to do something, or say they'll release something, and then they tiptoe around it and then do it, but on a technicality to where they didn't tell us a lie, but it wasn't what everybody was wanting or expecting or anything like that. And it's just, I don't think that's what Counterside is doing. Don't get me wrong. I just have a bit of apprehension about the fact that now we are in our second patch in September, and our whole week since the Steam version launched, and we still don't have this roadmap. And it's not like this is stuff they're still planning out, right? Like, these are things they plan out in advance. Like, they game companies tend to be working a couple months out in advance on a schedule and on a plan. Like, the original roadmap showed us that, and the dev notes, you know, told us that pretty much. So it's just like, you know, the information, so why don't you just put it on a pretty graphic like you did the first time and put it out? Like, I don't get why they just haven't given it to us. But again, this might just be me nitpicking a small thing, but it's just a little disappointing, I guess. That being said, I am very excited for Xiao Yun. I have been looking forward to her, like a lot of people. I will be summoning for her. I mean, even if she was bad, I'd probably be summoning for her. Like, I like her enough to do that, right? So, and to be fair, I guess I've summoned for every Awakened Unit. So, that nitpick behind me, that nitpick aside, maybe next week we'll get it, but I'm not going to hold my breath at this point, is what I'm saying. So maybe you shouldn't either. And we just take this kind of 1 week at a time, see what happens. And if by the end of September we still haven't gotten a roadmap, then you can bet your bottom dollar I'm gonna take advantage of that and make another prediction video. So there is that. So I guess this is a good thing for me, right? But yeah, Awaken Xiao Yun, that's the highlight this week. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, some good filler banners, cool. This is funny to me. This is hilarious to me. And yeah, season 3 of Danger Close. So that video will be coming as well. But yeah, guys, that's the patch notes. That's tomorrow. I will see you for Xiao Yun summons. Probably 24 hours, give or take, from when this video goes up. That video will probably also be going up. And then potentially 48 hours from that, depending on how the runs go, will be my next Danger Close attempts. So thank you everybody for watching. I appreciate you sticking through all of this. Let me know what you think. Do you have any kind of hope on this roadmap? Are you looking forward to it? Do you just not care? Are you excited for Xiao Yun? I know a lot of people that I've been chatting with in my comments have been looking forward to it, so we're on the same wavelength there, more or less. Hype for Xiao Yun. But yeah, everybody, thank you for watching. And if you enjoyed the video, hit like and subscribe. And yeah, more Counterside stuff is coming. And then if you ever want to hang out more, you can come follow me on Twitch. You see the link at the bottom of the video. I'm streaming a playthrough of Deus Ex Mankind Divided that I'm certain I'm going to finish this week. And then I'm going to start a playthrough of all the Assassin's Creed games from 1 all the way through Valhalla after that. So, fun things ahead. But that's it for me. I'll see everybody in the next one. Peace.